Hey everyone, I'm Jason and welcome back to From Tree to Lumber. Today's episode is devoted to my OS 18. This poor OS 18 has been sitting unused now for about a month, ever since the arrival of my absolutely beautiful HD 36 V2. I haven't really decided what its fate is yet, but it's better than sitting out in the snow like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig it out. It has one thing that it still needs to do, because the HD 36 can't do it. I'll talk to you about that in just a second. So anyway, right now, I'm digging it out. It's a really cold day today, about 4 degrees Fahrenheit, minus whatever, 12 or 14. But the sun's out and there's not much wind. It's beautiful out here. So I was gonna work inside, but I thought this would be a great day to uncover the old girl and get her cleaned up. So here's what's going on. These log dogs have been here for a while and just buried under snow, and we had rain and they're completely frozen tight. I don't like using the hammer on anything, honestly. So what I've done is I've exposed them to the sun. So they should get, even though it's quite cold out here, the sun will warm those up and they'll come loose. Same with this side, I just have to get to it. The reason that I need the OS 18 cleaned up is pretty straightforward. I can only use it to cut the 15-foot rafters. The bed on this is 12 feet, and then I put these kind of janky 3/16 angle iron extensions on to get 20 feet. But that was just like a one-time thing. Since then, these things are all out of whack, and I don't feel like digging through the snow to try to straighten them. But for 15-foot rafters, it's good enough. It's good enough. So there it is, dug out. That'd take long, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna give it the best thing it could possibly ask for, and that's sunshine treatment. It's a beautiful blue sky day. Barely any wind. It is cold, but I can see the metal starting to melt. So there's hope. But I think if I leave this thing out for maybe 2 hours, then I've got a better, bigger tarp that I'm gonna throw over it for the rest of the day. And then I'll start worrying about cutting the logs probably all in one day, but it's kind of not gonna work out for me today. But I can get this ready. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes. They've been sitting in the sun. Still, oh, there we go. Now these were in the shade a little, so they might not be as far along, but yeah, they came. There we go. So I'll leave these up. So just slide it to a different spot so it's loose. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow overnight, but not much. It's still kind of falling, but not bad. It's cold though. So yesterday I cranked up the carriage on this thing, just out of habit, and it won't go down now. It's stuck up there. So I suspect some moisture's gotten in there and frozen it up. You know, it's gonna be a good couple of days before I get to this log. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take the whole saw head, put it inside my my shop, my heated shop, let it thaw out, and I gotta replace the throttle cable. I got a new throttle cable for it, and just look it over, and then I'm gonna bring it back out and put it in service. You can see that it just comes on and off the track easy enough. It's meant to slide off the back and then wheel away, which I've done a few times, but I got a tractor, so why would I, right? It comes conveniently with these lift hooks though. So I've kind of got a system going here where I just use a chain and that nylon strap, lifts it up, takes like 10 minutes. It takes me longer to film this thing than it is to actually put it into the shop and warm up. Got myself some premium gas yesterday. While I was in the shop, I put in like 2 capfuls of seafoam. I like to keep seafoam in my engines. It's cheap insurance. All right, this is the real test now. This engine has been remarkably good at starting. Ever since I got it, it's just been the easiest starting engine I've ever owned. The only thing that's gonna mess us up today is I've got that new cable in, and I haven't got the idle set yet, but I think I have it set a little high so that I know it'll start. We're about to find out. So choke on, hopefully enough throttle. That hasn't started in a month. One pull. The idle has to be set so that the blade doesn't move. So it's got to come down a little bit, but I'm going to let it warm up for just a little while, then I'll start playing with that.
Okay, let me explain what's going on here. I need 5 more rafters to properly finish the roof on the shed. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to get 3 rafters out of one of these 2 logs. So I'm only going to cut 2 sides on both of the logs, and then I'm going to assess them and make sure that I choose the best log to try to get the 3 from, because these logs are just on the edge of being big enough to do that. This second log is definitely a fair bit bigger than the last one. I don't think I'm going to have any trouble getting the 3 rafters out of it. And also the rafters, when they come out of it, I don't want them to have a lot of wane and bark and everything on them. So I should be able to get 3 nice quality rafters out of this piece, and then I'll just have to get 2 out of the other one. Sawmilling in the extreme cold of winter is definitely a different experience than what you would expect on a fair weather day. The sun has gotten quite low in the sky, and it's behind a large stand of trees. So now that the wood is no longer in direct sunshine, it's actually got quite a bit more difficult to cut. The other thing too is the whole sawmill, like these log clamps, are starting to get a little bit sticky, and the carriage going up and down, it's starting to get sticky again too. So, you know, it's really cold out here. I'll bet you it's below 0 Fahrenheit, and I just don't think the machine likes it very much. So maybe that's about as far as I'm going to go today.
Okay, it's a couple of days later. I ran into a little bit of trouble as I was cutting those logs, those long oak logs last week. What was happening is the carriage was sticking on these rails, and it's because moisture had gotten in there and it was freezing it. So I took this back into my sunroom with the wood stove, and I dried it out for another 3 or 4 days. What I did is I moved the track up and down, up and down. It was fine as long as it was warm, but when it gets cold, it freezes. So I just moved the track up and down until, you know, you could see a little bit of water on that until it was all gone. And then I just took a Scotch-Brite pad, and I just took anything that was on here off. There wasn't much, but it was a little bit of stuff caked on there. And then I wiped it down with silicone spray, which I've had really good luck with for keeping water out. I don't like WD as much. And it puts a really light film on there that's not really a film. It's hard to explain, and it doesn't stick. So let's give it a try, but it seems to be working okay. Just before I make my final cut, let's just double check everything here. That is 3 7/8, not quite 4. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is, this is a perfect 2 inches. These need to be 2x6s for the rafters. I was able to cut them to 2x8. So I'm just gonna take 2 inches off, and then I'll have 2 nice 2x2s that, well, I'm sure I can use them somewhere. Show you how great this OS 18 is. So those are really close to being identical. It's a little bit of waver, see it's a little bit thicker, but then it kind of goes back to normal. So, you know, 2 rafters 15 feet long are almost identical. Like, they're certainly within, you know, a 16th or a 32nd of an inch anywhere. So, you know, how good does it need to be, right? It's a rafter. So that's why I still love this OS 18. It does a great job. It really does. You just have to take your time and not push the engine too hard. Look how close those are. Yeah, this is a great machine. Okay, so we're inside my little metal and tarp cabin right beside the sawmill. There are my 11 rafters. All right, these are really nice. All of these are really nice. I made sure they were okay. I've also got a couple of extra pieces of 2x6, same size, just not as long, which I will use for the little lookouts that come off the end, because I don't think there's quite enough lumber in these to get everything, right? So that's fine. I just wanted to get those done and out of the way so that if I can get some nicer weather or find a better indoor spot, which is possible, I can start picking away at getting these things cut properly so that they can go up right away when the weather improves. So overall, this OS 18 is still a great machine. You know, it cuts wonderfully. The engine runs great. You know, there's really nothing wrong with it, except it's just a little bit too small for my needs. You know, I'm working that engine far too hard. And as I cut more and more, I think it's going to take its toll. So I would never diss this machine. It's really served me well. It really, really has. That's going to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know if this will be the last OS 18 video where I ever make or not. I have a feeling this is going to go on the chopping block fairly soon. You know, I do like it, but the other machine is going to take it over, I think.